Well, hello everybody. Welcome back to Just Gaming today. Today we're going to play some more talented. Now, last time we played, we did finally open up the new class, which was the Alchemist. So we're going to do the Alchemist run today. We probably won't go too high on the mastery, so we have a chance of success. Um, but the Alchemist is ready to go. The other thing that's ready to go is the next DLC. So there's a DLC coming out, I think January 30th. For Talented, and it is the Beastmaster DLC. There is some kind of sneak peek stuff out there if you want to check it out. Um, as I've mentioned before, Talented's a very cheap game, very affordable, lots of fun. Um, and if you get the base game, uh, it's like a couple bucks, $3, $4, $5, depending on what the sale is or whatnot. I think I bought it when it very first came out. It was $1. So that was very cool. And actually the developers were very nice that, when it went up to $2, they gave this massive warning saying this is your last chance to get it for $1. And every price increase, they've been very good about it. But the game is extremely affordable. So I would say, if you have a couple bucks, check it out. And it is a lot of fun. So let's see. This alchemist crafts powerful potion abilities that devastate enemies, but they only last so long. Forage ingredients on the talent tree and turn them into potion abilities. That sounds interesting. I'll play this in a standard run. I was trying to think about, what mastery level to start with. 5 seemed to be pretty challenging for the first time we played through a class. We'll try 6. I'm going to go up one more. I don't know if that's going to put us over the edge or it'll be easier or whatnot, but we haven't played this class at all, so we don't have any more of these starting core talents. So I'm going to try and take it a little easier. I can't just jump into Mastery 18 with just this. Or at least I'm thinking, Anyways, let's see. Astral Wave. Fire a wave that deals 2 damage and passes through enemies. It then returns to you, dealing 5 more damage. Oh, that's kind of cool. So it goes down and back up a lane. It looks like it's got some type of battery. So you can cast it every 8 seconds. It has 12 uses. And does 2 damage, then 5 damage. So it sounds interesting. And then Flaming Lance. Fire a lance that deals 2 damage. It then sticks to the ground and explodes when hit, applying burning to nearby enemies. So that one will fire, do some damage, and then kind of lay a trap. It doesn't say how long the thing lasts. So I'm wondering if you throw it, like how long it sticks around. I wonder if you get multiple ones of these out. Tell you what, I haven't used anything that kind of goes down the lane and comes back. So we'll try the default kind of Astro Wave and see how that goes. So let's jump in here and see how this works. I'm interested to see the talent tree. It sounds like the talent tree is going to be very different. Right, let's see what you throw. So you have this like little wave-like ability. Seems like we have medium range or so. Let's try the... Oh, that's kind of cool. It doesn't go all the way down the lane, but I guess hopefully that's impacted by the range. Yeah, that's not too bad. I kind of like that ability. Oh boy. Get overwhelmed here. Everything's showing up at the same time. Okay, not terrible. I didn't get the maximum XP, I don't think, but we still got 4 talent points. That's been about average. Is the 4 talent points to start. Let's take a look at the talent tree here. So everything at the moment looks pretty similar. Let's see what our core talents or our core stats are. So do you have damage, attack delay, range, cooldown reduction, ability power, and experience multiplier. And let's see. So we have forage. Collect 2 random ingredients that can be used to craft potions. So this is interesting because you see here I think that I only have very limited amounts of these to use. You see the Astrowave, I think it started with 12 of these uses. Now it's at 9. So I'm wondering if it'll reset to 12 when we go back. I hope so. Hope we don't have to use these uh, to, power our powers back up. Hope this means we can use our powers more often. But let's see here. What else we got? So we don't have anything exposed as far as, oh, here we go. Some rares. So I'm thinking I'm going to go get this, but I want to see what these rares are. Gummy Bear Collector. Enemies have a 3% chance to drop a gummy bear when killed. Gummy bears grant 10% ability power until end of the night. Okay. Vitalize. Whenever you use a potion ability, you gain 8% power up until end of the night. Well, this is right here, so let's check this forage out. Oh, up here. Okay. We got a 2 out of 99. So these are, so I gathered up some different, components, some component resources here, but I'm not sure what they do quite yet. So we'll have to figure that out. Let's grab this Revitalize since it's here. Use your herbs to craft potions. Okay. So maybe that's it's like a crafting station. Then we get some more herbs. We only have 2 herbs. So I don't want to go up that way. We've got 1 more talent point. I'm going to go this way and just expose hopefully some more of the tree. I don't see any damage up yet, so I'm hoping that there is like a damage up ability here. Let's check this epic that we exposed. Okay, it's the very familiar One Ring. You see this a lot. This is quite a good epic in my opinion. And you see here, it says gain 1 of every common talent, including Forage, Cultivate, and Alchemy. So when we take the One Ring, this is actually very, very powerful. I'm not sure what Cultivate does, but you get Forage, Cultivate, and Alchemy on this. So we've done the Forage. I don't think we have a Cultivate exposed yet. I don't see anything that looks unfamiliar down here. We'll have to see what the Cultivate does too, because that'll be interesting that you get all 3 of those when you take this ability. So we're going to work our way up here for sure. All right, 0 talents. We've got some exposure to this tree. We're not sure what these herbs do yet, or at least I'm not. And we'll see how things go. Oh, and you see, look at that. Unless I'm mistaken, then I thought we started with 12 of those, but maybe the potions need to be a little less used. Oh man, I don't do much damage at all right now. Hopefully this level 6 wasn't bridged too far. All right, we're down to 7. Oh, these rats. Oh, they're gonna get me, man. No, come on. All right, we're down to 6. We made it through. We're down to 6. It doesn't look like those recover, so that's kind of bad. Not sure what I think about that. But if it's the way the class works, it's the way the class works. So we got experience points, another forage, glacial sigil. So this is gummy bear. Let's go up here real quick. Let's go here. Forage. It seems like there's a fair bit of these forages, but glacial sigil, killing 15 enemies creates a frost rune that explodes 2 times, dealing 1 damage. Oh, I'd really like to get to that. We have 2 talent points. Let's go with lower cooldowns. We're going up here anyways. Whenever you use an ability, you gain a 2% bonus experience until the end of the night. All right, well, we're going to go over here and get the experience up, and then we're going to go and hit the next night here. Yeah, wow, your abilities are extremely limited on the Alchemist. I don't know what I think about that. I'm wondering if visiting the Alchemist resets your abilities altogether. Shot that down the wrong way. No, it's going to get me. Wow, this seems like a pretty hard class to play, I guess. I'm gonna launch that down there because oh no. Yeah, I'm not sure about this class. I'm not very good at it. It doesn't do a lot of damage, and you have extremely limited use of your abilities. At least so far, I don't see a way to recover them. 5 talent points other than the alchemy. Bulk enemies receive 10% less knockback. But it's early, so maybe I'm just not seeing it. So if I go 1, 2, 3, 4, can't get that. Do I go for an alchemy? Well, I'm going to grab this glacial sickle because it gets us an ability to do something other than. Yeah, so we get a forge there. I guess we're going to try one more run with doing anything here. Every 5.9 seconds, you throw a flask in a random direction that deals 2 damage. So stuff like this will be very useful because right now I'm getting nervous about my ability to project damage. But for the moment, let's see. Whenever you use an ability, you get a 2% bonus experience. Or you can forage again. There's got to be some way to manufacture more of these uses other than alchemy, maybe, but we haven't seen it yet. But we do have an ability to now something's gonna happen for free. So all right, I'll take this and we'll see how we do. I'm gonna go ahead and take this refine as well, just so we can start getting some extra experience points if we can. I haven't seen what cultivate does. Or at least I haven't seen it cultivate on the tree yet. Okay, there's some forages and stuff. I'm not sure how everything interacts, but let's give it a shot. We have 3 uses of our potion, and then that's it. Maybe it resets. I don't think so, but wow, this is not good. Yeah, you really do need to use your abilities too, because this is no joke. Well, I got no more potions. Yeah, so this is class a little rough. Okay, I do have some runes down there, so I'm going to concentrate on these other lanes. It just walked right over the runes. Okay, what good are those runes if they don't do anything? Oh, man. Okay. Well, I've got runes that didn't seem to do anything, and then I've got no more potions left. Huh. 5 talent points. All right, maybe there's something in here that saves us. All right, we're going to go up here and forage. And then I guess we're going to grab the 1 ring. All right, let's see how great this is. I don't know. Choose a recipe. Well, considering I don't have any recipes. Okay, energy bolt. Glacial lance. Huh. Click an herb. So we can just do like 4 abilities. Maybe this is the key, is getting, so energy bolt, fire a bolt that deals 7 damage, but you only get 3 of them. You get 15 of these. All right, well, I'm going to craft this. Do we only get the ability to craft 1 potion? Okay. Interesting. So Bubble Bloom and Cinder Root is Volcanic Wave. So we get 12 of those. I'm going to do that too. Okay, I am starting to see how this can come together because now you get a lot more uses amongst your. You just got to go into this alchemy and gather these herbs and get these going. So Vampiric Bolt does what? So this is Mage Leaf and Blood Thistle. Fire a bolt that deals 7 damage and restores 5 hit points if it kills an enemy. Ooh, that's really good. You get 20 uses of this one. All right. Okay. Okay. And I think you might be able to craft the same ones again and again and add to your charges. Ah, okay. So a little rough at the start because you have very limited uh, potions, but then you got to keep going back to this potion shop to do more things. Okay, and I bet some of the talent pools, if there are talent pools in this, you'll get the ability to maybe improve this crafting station. I'm not sure what cultivate did, but because it said we get a cultivate as well, and our damage didn't go up. Oh, that stinks. Well, everything else went up a little bit, so I guess we're just gonna have beggars can't be choosers there. Okay. Well, I guess what we're gonna do here, throw a flask in a random direction. I'm gonna go get that too. So just we need to project some damage because so far it's been pretty pitiful. Okay, so the forage is really good. We need lots of forages in to get back to the station. So before we go back to the station, so we have forages pretty liberally throughout, but we don't have any more potions. I'm also wondering if there's some ability that allows you to collect, ingredients while you're in the actual defense mode. A frost rune that explodes 2 times, dealing 1 damage. Runes explode when hit by an ability. Okay, so that's what I was wondering is why aren't the runes exploding on the ground and it needs an ability? It does lay down extra damage, so I'm not unhappy with this, but it's not. I didn't read all the way through. I just thought it's gonna explode when a monster hits it. It explodes when it's hit by an ability. Okay. Well, it's an interesting tool because you can lay all these frostbite sickles down, and then as long as you don't launch an ability down, you've got the potential for a really big bang effect to kill things off. Okay, so we're learning more. It's not as bad as I thought. We do have Glacial Lance, Volcanic Wave, and Vampiric Bolt. So I feel pretty good about that. So Vampiric Bolt is pretty nice because we should have the ability to, let's see how that does. There's a gummy bear. You do have to use your abilities. I'm gonna say you're gonna be using your abilities. Let's see this bolt. Okay. And it did heal me. So that's kind of cool. Ooh, I take damage, so okay. Now the other thing I see here is you have 4 slots, right, on the alchemist. So as you use the potions, you might want to free up a slot. You might want to use a lot of a certain one if we're going to make new potions soon. You don't say you don't like a potion or you don't have the herbs to make more of this one. You're going to want free slots when you go into alchemy as well. So this is a little interesting. You got a little bit of an edge to walk there with these abilities, with these potions. That's the glacial sigil. I'm wondering if it's worthwhile. I'm gonna take this mystery one and see what it is. Okay, I like that. Um, the gummies bears 3% gummy bear 1 kill. The grants ability power. I think we're gonna head up here and see what we have to offer. Up here, we haven't had anything else exposed, so let's get experience up. I might take forage and forage just so we can get some build up there. Fiery rune that explodes or 2 damage. So this does burning. We have 2 points. I'm gonna go here. Okay, and it does continue up. So I'm gonna do this infernal signal as well. Sigil. All right. Oh, we did expose an epic and it's a d6. We've seen this a lot too. So reroll all nearby unlearned common talents into rare talents. That's where we might get some more insight into the class as well. Looks like it's in a little bit of a dead zone though, so I'm not sure about that. If we had more going on in the zone, it might be worth it, but 2 points to convert a couple of talents isn't really going to be that great. All right, well, we're at 0 points. We have 12, 9, and 19. So we do have a pretty good amount of uses here. We foraged a little bit. I think we're going to need, I really want to forage a lot more than I am, but you're kind of limited the amount of times you can do it. All right, now we've got spiders and we've got rats. These monsters that move at these varied, these kind of random patterns, a little rough, I'm gonna say. These sickles are pretty cool. You have the potential to build up like lane clearing effects with these sickles because abilities set them off. They only seem to set them off if there's something in its radius. It looked like to me because I went and the one to the was off to the right. I hit it with abilities a couple of times. It didn't go off. So I think because there were no enemies there. So that's kind of cool. We've got 6 talent points. Enemies have 10% more movement speed. We're at night 7 next. Let's take a look at what we're doing here. I don't think we need alchemy yet, but let's see. We have a forage over here. I guess we continue to work our way up a little bit. See what we can find. This is attack speed up. I'm not opposed to that. We have an alchemy here. Chef's hat. Learn a random alchemy talent somewhere on the tree. Okay, so you can kind of jump around. But we have to go through this alchemy station first. I don't have a ton of forage though, so I don't know that we don't have a lot of these ingredients. Go for that gummy bear, but let's see. Do we have any forage 1 points? I don't think so. Oh, this gets us to a seal. I can do more seals. Ability, forage. I'm going to maybe go this way and check this out. I don't know if that was worth or not, but we got a forage and we got the glacial seal. Okay. That chef's hat seems really good. I wouldn't mind being able to jump around a little bit. I'm not sure. Are there any random alchemy talent? I'm going to go over here and see if we can expose some more of this. It's a pretty big jump, so we got to go through. So we do have forages over here, so maybe we'll check out, grab all these forages and try and use up these first 2 abilities before we hit another alchemy station. See how this goes. I'm also curious if I can take vampire one again and just get a lot of those charges. I think I can. I think there's maybe a limit of 100. Oh man, too much going on there. I really need some more of those random abilities that throw stuff. So I think potions are being launched, but there they are. Okay. I hadn't seen that random potion launching. But also we haven't improved our talents at all, so so let's see, 6 talent points. That's not bad, even though we did take some damage there. So let's see, 1, 2, 4. Also, memorizing these recipe pools with the different herbs is going to be quite challenging too. I don't think this is worth it. You can see maybe there's some talents up here, but we have to get there. Then it changes common talents to rare talents. But you see, this is maybe there's one down here, so you're getting one or two. I don't think that's worth it. So we're gonna, there are lots of foraging down here and stuff. And so far, I've yet to see a cultivate. I don't know what cultivate is. Use a potion ability to gain 8% ability to power up. Okay, I'm not going to go all the way over there for that. I think what we're going to do is maybe go and use this alchemy up. There's alchemies everywhere, so I'm not afraid of using it. So let's go ahead and use this alchemy up and see. We don't have any blood thistle. Let's see, what is Bumble Bloom and Cinder Root creates that volcanic wave. We have volcanic wave, so I wouldn't mind looking to see if we can add to those numbers. Yes. So it doesn't put it in number 4. You know, it added 12 uses to this. Okay, that's good. So Mage Leaf is just pure energy bolt. Fire bolt that deals 8 damage. And then Cinder Root does Flame Bolt. Let's do Flame Bolt too. It's got 20 uses, so it can potentially put this over. Well, I actually want to use that up. Yeah, let's do this. Let's do a Flame Bolt and put it here. Have 4 potion abilities at the same time as Alchemist. All right, let's exit. I'm really curious where we'll jump to with this chef's hat. Hopefully it's somewhere useful, but it probably won't be. Let's check it out. All right, that was useful. And it jumped to a crafting station, which doesn't do me any good, but that is interesting. Okay, so it didn't jump us to a rare, it jumped us to one of these alchemies. So I'm wondering if it can jump us to a forage. Yeah, that wasn't extremely useful, but let's see what this does. Cauldrons. Every 5.4 seconds, you throw cauldrons in a random direction that deal 5 damage. If it kills an enemy, then turn it into a random piece of loot. There you go. And I think the loot is going to be these ingredients here for the potions. So let's work our way down here. We're not going to get it this time, but we're going to probably save this talent point maybe. Let's see. When it gets set up for those, I'm going to save that talent point. Normally I don't like saving talent points, but I want to pick up this Infernal Sigil as well. We're pretty stocked up on this. I'm going to probably drag this over here once we've used the Glacial Lances. So let's go ahead and keep that. Oh, and that little lance that's stuck in the ground, you see it's still there from last time. So we do have a pretty decent ability to project our little force wave things. Not sure what those are, but you can kind of hold the button down and it hits multiple things at once. So I do like the basic ability, but so far there's been no way to kind of improve these all that much. A way to improve the damage. I haven't seen any of those talent packages. So I don't know, I guess we'll see. Oh, maybe we're not seeing those talent packages because we haven't opened any as well. That might be a thing after you have played and opened up some of them. Because this is the first time we played the Alchemist. We haven't selected. Remember how you select those talent packages and level up when you get back to the main screen after you've completed 20 nights? You select them. So maybe there's none to select from. But let's see. We got 7 talent points. We didn't take any damage. So we're doing a little better there. And that's interesting because it's like mid game. This is usually where it's the struggle bus. Enemies have 10% more movement speed. All right, so we're going to remove this flame bolt down to number 1. We have a very good amount of uses here, so I am excited about that. But we're going to take the cauldrons and we're going to take this infernal wave. So it gets us down to 4. We did expose an abundance. Whenever you cast a potion, it gains 5 additional charges. Wow, that's very, very good. I assume this is linked over here. Huh. So 4. 2, 4. That gets to the forage. Gummy bear collector there. I think I am going to go down here. There's some forages and there's this chef's hat. So let's take the chef's hat, see where we go. Oh, great, another alchemy station. So far I'm not impressed with the chef's hat. You kind of just seem to get screwed. So Bumble Bloom and Mage Leaf got us Astral Wave. We don't want that. Blood Sickle. Sage's Leaf. So everything down here, I think, had something to do with the Blood Thistle and the Mage Leaf. I think the Blood Thistle and the Mage Leaf do the Sage's Lands. Oh, I think this one actually... Yeah, I think this one was actually a 3. Mage Leaf and Blood Thistle. Mage Leaf and Blood Thistle. Blood Thistle, Mage Leaf. Interesting. Maybe I have to put them in differently. Let's see, Mage Leaf and Blood Thistle. Oh, so not only does the ingredient matter, but how you place it in matters. Oh, wow. Okay, well, I do want to do this because I this Vampire Bolt's very good in that it can restore health. So I'm going to do that. This one's Bumble Bloom and Cinder Root, which we don't have. This one's Mage Leaf and Cinder Root, which we don't have. Let's do Mage Leaf and Bumblebloom. Let's check what that does. Frostbolt. Fire a bolt that deals 10 damage. If the target has frostbite, you fire another 2 in a random direction. I'm down with trying that out. Okay, these mechanics aren't that bad. It's a little bit of a rough start, but I think I delayed getting into the alchemy. I'm definitely going to get into one of the alchemy stations earlier because the starting ability, you don't have that many uses. You definitely want to get some other abilities going, but not too bad. So we have all these 4 abilities. This is an interesting way to work abilities. I will say this, something I like about the game is these classes that you can play are all very, very different. I do enjoy it. So let's see. And this game is split, you know. This is half of the game here, just being in this talent train, having fun, trying to build, you know, something, you know, with what you're given. You know, everything's pretty random, so you don't get the same thing every time. All right, let's get in the next night. We do have let's do a health check here. So we're level 44. I think that's probably a little bit under, you know, where we should be. But we don't have a lot of, you know, core talents or anything driving anything. So we have 50 health. We just have a few ingredients. So we're going to have to look to try and get some of those ingredients. I think that talent where we can get some resources is going to be where it's at there. What is that? Must be the resource thing. I think. I don't know. I don't know what that was. Whoa. Explode 5 runes in a single ability. Oh, that's what that was. It was that new no, I don't think I have that new ability kind of listed yet. Let's try that. Something fired. Oh, it's probably a random potions have that effect. You know, it set off the sickles. Okay. It's not terrible. Because we're throwing potions and we're throwing cauldrons, but it seems fairly, you know, slow on this 5.7 seconds to do it. You're not firing them off a lot. So 6 talent points and specialization. Okay. So this is the ability I was looking for. Whenever you craft potion is 5, it kills an enemy, turn it into a random piece of loot. I don't know what loot does. It must just be experience points. It does not give us the ingredients, that's for sure. Or is it just, does it increase our potions? I don't know. I'll have to look when that loot comes around again. It does seem to come around, but I'm not sure what it does. Maybe it's just experience points. I'll have to watch the XP and stuff as we're getting those. I do want this. That is for sure. Abundance, gummy bear. I'm not sure that I'm interested in going for the gummy bear on its own. So let's go take a look over here. There's a gummy bear up here too. Not opposed to working towards that one because that's somewhere that we need to be anyways. We've exposed more of this, but there's nothing. I don't think there's that many talents in that. So we'll have to see. I don't think I'm going to go for that one. So let's go up here. Let's grab the gummy bear, see what we expose, if anything. Just not really exposing a lot, which is unfortunate. We're probably going to need to do some foraging before we get to the next alchemy station. You do have the ability to spam a lot of abilities if you want. You know, you can do an awful lot here. Try different. I haven't seen any of those bags. I'm seeing the gummy bears. I'm seeing all the little things promised by those abilities, so that's good. Okay. But I didn't see many of those loot bags. If I was looking for them, but if I picked them up, I didn't really get to see them. But 6 down points, Skull Bob's now up here, enemies have 10% less knockback. It's not terrible. We have a forage over here. We already got this alchemy tree, and this is a mystery talent. So let's look at that and see what's in the dark over here. So 1. Oh, we craft a potion. I don't want to craft a potion. I didn't realize it was 2 alchemies. I was looking over here at this forage. All right, well, it is what it is. Oh, wow, we jump way far away. I'm not opposed to this. So we can use Cinder Root and Mage Leaf. This is the Arcane Nova. Interesting. We can't use it yet. So I think we've got Mage Leaf and Cinder Root, right? Yes, Flame Bolt. Well, we're here. Let's go ahead and use it, and we're just going to have to be okay with it. I think it is a little rough that you're using... The alchemy stations do cost 1. Or no. Oh, okay. So the alchemy stations are free. Or no, it's 1. It's saying free because I've already used it. Okay. It's like, it's a little rough using a point in these alchemy stations, but I guess you're going to have to. Yeah, let's go over here and see what this... So we've seen this glacial sigil well, maybe not. Yeah, we've seen the glacial sigil, infernal sigils, and then mystery talent. What's this guy do? Forage now grants an additional ingredient. That's really good. I guess let's start working our way there, exposing some of this. Yeah, I'm still not sure on the power level here. It's probably because we haven't exposed many of the talents in the talent tree. The first time we're running it, it seems underpowered compared to some of the other classes, but it is fun. I like this ability to kind of craft your own way as far as abilities are concerned. I'm going to start using the abilities a little more liberally because at the moment, it seems like you do get quite a bit of them. And maybe that's the power of the alchemist is that you can just kind of, rage throw potions and stuff and not have to worry about it too much. Okay, the skeletons are yet another kind of random, thorn in our side in that, you're they're they screw up your plans because all of a sudden you've got this skeleton kind of sitting there and and things get really close. You got this skeleton sitting there and it's going to come back to life and you got to do something about it. So we've got random movement on the rats. We've got random movement on the spiders. Now we got the skeletons that you kill them and they kind of sit there and they're taking time bomb to bring back another skeleton. So we got a lot of randomness going on. 5 talent points. We got Dread, feels 5 seconds longer. Enemy waves now contain an additional enemy. Take a little drink there. So we're coming around here to work towards this epic. Ooh, we exposed a legendary. Let's see what that is. I don't know how to get to that, but I assume we're going to have to go this way. Get a chef's hat. Liquidomancy. Whenever you use a potion ability, you use another random one with the same first ingredient. Oh, that's interesting. With the same first ingredient. So a lot of mage leaves. I am a fan of these mage leaf skills potions as well. Forage. So that's a pretty good one to aim at. So we're here. Get a mystery talent along the way here. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Expose a mystery talent. We get a forage. We get 2 forages. I think we're going this way versus this way. This might be a little easier, but picking up these forages along the way are going to be good. Oh, hold on. I know I put a point there, but this gives me the ability to add to the forages. Yeah, let's go this way. I know I already put in a point there. I'm willing to just hold off. Yeah, that point was a mistake potentially, but I think I want to go over here anyways. But yeah, it's not a bad talent, but I should have gone down here. The reason being is this adds an additional ingredient to the forages, and we've got 2 forages just sitting here, and I was going to trounce through a couple of them to get here. Not the worst mistake, but great. Now these mystery talents here might be nice in that, giving us a free forages and stuff. Forage would be super powerful. It looks like we have an abundance over here as well. So getting extra 5 charges when you're making the potions sounds pretty good. All right, Zilla, 0 talents next night. So I am looking at my skill use of number 2 is starting to waver a little bit. All right. So I'm going to have to start just kind of tossing some abilities down lanes to just kind of hopefully help clear lanes. And yeah, everything's coming at a variety of speeds here. So just going to have to be okay. Some abilities. That's all right. I'm wondering if the Mage Leaf has the ability to focus in on these. Sorry, I got a lot going on. Focus in on bolt abilities because that seems to be, the ones that start with Mage Leaf. Ooh, yeah, that was a little rough. We made it, but 2 of our abilities are down to 6. Which I'm not opposed to because we can hit an alchemy thing once we get some of these forages in. So let's go health, forage, green fingers. The one thing I'd like to see with green fingers is this is powerful, but I'd like to get you this would be good. This would be a lot better. It'd be more epic if it actually gave you a forage as well. The other thing we haven't seen a cultivate, whatever that is. It says we get cultivates, and I'm not sure what a cultivate is. Um, Now, I want to forage, so we're going to go down here and we're going to take forage, forage. I want to build up some abilities here, or some of these ingredients. Mystery talent is infernal signal, sigil. I keep calling it signal. Let's see. I think we want to work towards this legendary. It's going to take the ability power up. Yes. Okay. So there's pretty much a straight path down to this legendary here. I mean, it's not straight, but there's a connector. My fear was is this was going to end, but not too bad. And actually, we get a free, not free, but 1 point jump to another forage is pretty nice. We have an alchemy exposed there. Still haven't seen what it said was cultivate, so maybe we need to take a talent package to expose that cultivate on the tree. Not really sure. But 0 talent points. We're going to night 13. Let's hit it. We're level 69. Looks like we got about 60 health ish. So I'm going to try and use some of these, abilities that are running out as well. The random stuff is helping quite a bit, but we want to use that frost up. I'm assuming when we're in the alchemy station, we're probably able to replace one of these if we need to. Still haven't seen what the bags do. There's just too much going on for me to pay attention. Let's see, I just see lots of gummy bears. I don't see lots of bags at the moment, so I don't mind getting rid of this flame wave as well. Oh well. We have 2 uses of it left, but all right, 8 talent points. Enemies waves will now contain additional enemy. Nights now feel 5 seconds longer. Okay. So we're gonna work our way down here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, we could take it. Whenever you use a potion ability, you use another random one with the same first ingredient. All right, let's do that. So at 1 point, I think we're gonna go into this forage or alchemy. I think we're okay with the skills maybe here for the moment. We have 4 mage leaves, so we could restock this volcanic wave too. It's dealing a lot of damage. So I think we're upping this ability power quite a bit. Yeah, because these were doing like 2 damage at the start. So this is good to see. So that one comes out with a lot of damage, and as it hits enemies, it does less and less. That's kind of cool. We get the ability to jump somewhere too. That's been okay. It's not as powerful as I thought because you can land on just an alchemy station. It seems like that's what you do. Random alchemy talent. So when I saw random alchemy talent, I thought it's a random number of alchemy talents, like these things. But what it means is you're going to land on one of these somewhere on the tree. So it's a very, very specific jump. So, but I will say so far, it seems like it has some sort of a range. So it's going to kick you out somewhere. But now that we've exposed more of the tree, maybe it won't kick us too far. So this 1 point, I think we're just going to use it to grab this forage and just get more of this stuff. All right, not unhappy with this run or this class at this point, but I do think we're going to need to hit an alchemy up and restock some abilities. So try and use those two flame waves and kind of be done with them. Whoa, lots of stuff to kill there. Yeah, I'm still not sure what that loot bag does. I'm not sure that it does anything. It doesn't seem to have like a boatload of experience or anything in it. I tried to pay attention to it and it really just didn't seem to do anything. All right, so that flame wave was helping quite a bit. I think I did take damage. Maybe not, we're only halfway through the night, so it would really be nice if these sigils kind of exploded on their own. I wonder if that's like a talent package where you can get the sigils to actually do something. Because right now I'm not too impressed with the sigils. They're nice, they lay down there, but they don't seem to do anything. They're very powerful when they activate, but you got to get an ability like to go over them. Okay, we used a lot of charges there on the number one ability. So 9 talent points, 10% less knockback. Enemies have 10% more movement. Let's move this one over here just so we have them in the 1 and the 2 slots. I do need some abilities, so I think I'm going to forage and just get some more of these, and that way we can stock up pretty heavy on stuff. All right, let's go down here and look. There wasn't anything. There's a chef's hat. There's another forage here. Let's do this. Jump to. We're gonna need to alchemy anyways, so let's jump to one of them. Okay. So it looks like we jumped to a new part of the tree, which is nice. Now, I do like this. We got Flame Bolt and Vampiric Bolt. Vampiric Bolt is where it's at. I really do like this one because of that ability to heal. So we need Mage Leaf and Blood Thistle. Now, what if I added some other stuff to this? Rushing Vampiric Bolt. So Firebolt that deals 15 damage and restores if it kills an enemy. What does rushing do, though? Right, if I take this out, it's 125.15. 125.15. This ability applies a random status effect. Okay. So it was down at the bottom. What if I put Cinderbolt? This ability has a 50% critical strike chance. So you can make it even better, but it's going to take up another slot. However, what is interesting about this is you could potentially be like 4 different types of vampiric bolts, or at least 3 different types. But I think I want to build up. I'd really like to build up this quite a bit. So let's see about getting. Okay, we have 100 uses of it now. That seems to be having an ability with 100 or more charges. I'm good with that. This flame bolt, I'm not necessarily, super happy with it, but I don't know. It is what it is. Let's try this energy bolt. Let's just put Blood Thistle. Sanguine Nova. Deal 9 damage to all nearby enemies and apply Feared. Ooh, that seems pretty good. So that's a Blood Thistle Bumble Bloom. Deal 6 damage to all nearby enemies. Says Nova has 20% increase ranged. Reduces the cooldown. What about Cinder Root? I haven't tried doubling things up. So that's burning. Huh, I liked this Blood Thistle quite a bit. Now, what if I add Mage Leaf to that? So, okay. So each one of the 3rd and 4th of it. Let's add another Cinder Root, see what that does. Huh. Okay. So that's really cool. So you kind of establish an ability, then can make it better. But it's going to take up an individual slot, I believe. one Nova. I think we're going to use this. There's only 10 of those. I've got Cinderroot and Blood Thistle. Let's go ahead and make some of these and just use them up. Now I've got one more ability I can do. I don't have any more Blood Thistle, but what's Bumble Bloom and Cinder? What's that do? Volcanic Wave. Fire a wave that deals 45 damage. Now we've used this before. Now what if I reverse it? So Ice Nova. That's another Nova. Volcanic Wave. So Volcanic Wave's nice with the 17 charges. So I think I'm going to go ahead and do that. Yeah, let's do one more. Okay. So we still have some leftover items here. I wonder if we can go higher than 100. Let's see. So this is Mage Leaf and Blood Thistle. Let's check. We can. Okay. Well, I definitely like that. We've got some abilities here. We certainly don't have a ton of flame bolts to be using, but we'll use them up and maybe move this volcanic wave down. I definitely want to use up the flame bolts and just be done with that. So we are here. It did land us right in the middle here. Got us another potions. You know what? There was another potions down here somewhere too, I remember. Let's go check that out. It was here. So pretty far out in the, I remember seeing one. Abundance, and we got a gummy bear right there. Gummy bears grant 10% ability power until the end of the night. Those do drop quite frequently. Oh, 2 potions just hanging out in the air here. All right, these sigils, I'm not really a fan of these sigils at all. Long way around. We did expose another epic. Whenever you detonate a ruin, you gain 5% ability power until the end of the night. I mean, that's pretty good because we do detonate a fair number of these. I just don't think they're very good at detonating. I don't like any of our pathways at the moment, so I wouldn't mind trying to work our way over here. There's no connections over that way. So let's go over here and grab this abundance. That's something that's useful regardless. And I think we're going to work our way down here and try and get to these potions. Maybe there's another epic stored in here somewhere. We did see that there was like legendary and epics kind of just pop into here. So hopefully there's some down here. Let's go this way, expose some more. Another gummy bear collector. All right. I would love to pick up these potions, but they're really far away. I mean, I guess I could go this way. I want to expose more of the tree and see what's out there. Let's head the next night. We got a lot of sigils down below. Whoa. Okay, everybody sped up, it looks like. That's certainly interesting. I just don't know. Okay, I liked that. That's kind of cool. Definitely like that big explosive AoE area. It goes off like twice, which is interesting. Yeah, I would build way more of those. So it only gave you 10 uses of those. Of the AoEs per build, but it's a pretty powerful effect. I some damage there. That's all right. It was towards the very end of the run. If you're going to take damage towards the end of the run because you've already used your experience point bonuses for quite a while at that point. So we got 10 talent points. We're at Queen will now appear, and then enemy waves will now contain an additional enemy. So it's getting rougher, that's for sure. The mid game wasn't as rough as it is right now, so that's a little interesting. So Gummy Bear Collector or Refine. Not sure what actually is going to get us over here to the potions, but maybe that's it right there. Let's just go down and work our way over there. Get a forage. Potions. Potions. Oh, we were one short of getting that second potion. That's okay. We got some foraging down here. We didn't really expose much else. We got another refine. So this was kind of wasted. I don't like that we've done this at this point, but these two potions are going to be good because we're going to fire more random potions everywhere. But I'm not happy with not exposing like an epic or something down here, but it is what it is. The wandering around the tree is sometimes awesome and sometimes terrible, but there's an abundance I missed. Probably gonna head that way and grab that. Whenever your crown potion gains 5 additional charges, is super duper powerful. All right, so let's go through here. We're gonna try and use up these flame bolts as we don't just want to waste them, but we definitely want to use them up. So let's fire one down that way. We need to lay some more sigils down. Send a flame wave down that way. One flame wave down that way. Oh boy. It's in trouble there. Yeah, that is a really nice oh no button. Definitely want to build some more of those. And after we get some abundance, okay, we didn't take damage. I was afraid we were going to take damage there because of the. Oh, I didn't mean to hit that button. All right, so we use our flame bolts. I'm still not sure what that. There must be some ability that we don't have access to. Like we're getting these bags of loot, but I don't see how to use them or what they're actually doing. I don't think they're giving us any kind of potions or anything, but maybe they are. It's kind of hard to track these, how many we have of each of these. Maybe that's what it's doing. It's randomly giving us a potion, but I'm not sure. 12 talent points. That's really good. Enemies have 25% more health. Enemies will now spawn 10% more. So I think those gummy bears are starting to kick in as we get more enemies. We're definitely leveling a lot more. So 12 talent points. So I want to go up and get this abundance. There's a potions hanging out up here too. Let's get this abundance. I mean, I guess it's worthwhile. I don't know. I'm not too excited about this ability, but it is what it is. Let's grab it. And then we had one more point to use get this other potions down here, right? Yeah. Okay. That's where we're at the moment. Let's scroll back and see. Is there anything we're missing down here? I don't think so. Yeah, we really didn't have any of those random, hey, there's something way out here in this particular tree. All right, I'm not unhappy. It's just I wish there was more stuff for us to aim for. But I guess we're gonna go up here and get some more sigils. I'm not liking these sigils either, but oh, I'm gonna change this over here. Yeah. That's the wrong use there. So it's so hard to see what any of that is doing as far as when you collect the pouches. Understand what that loot pouch is actually doing still. It does something, I just don't know what it is. Well, no, I don't want to lose that XP bonus. It's still too early in the night, so we're just gonna have to use this. Yeah. Trying to save those AoEs, but I think this alchemist is just meant to burn through stuff. All right, well, we didn't take any damage, so that's how we got a lot of experience points on that. We're going to get 11 talent points. It's pretty good. Enemies now receive 10% less knockback. Any waves will now contain an additional enemy. So we absolutely need to hit an alchemy station this run, or this particular time where we're allocating points. So I'm going to go forage, sigil. Need to look for an alchemy station. I think we got a pretty good amount of foraging, so we need to kind of rebuild here. I was looking for an alchemy station that's got something good along the way here. Not impressed with any of these. Well, there's a gummy bear here. Before to get to that one, that's kind of a waste. Alchemy stations all along there that we've used. Potions, nothing there. Yeah, and they were everywhere earlier, and now they're harder to find. So I guess we got 3 here, but it doesn't go anywhere. So that one, we're going to skip that one. All right, well, I think we're going to go this way because we want to get this potions. I think we want to get over into here maybe. None of those look particularly useful. I just need a guaranteed alchemy station because I need to restock. We can hit another forage here. So I think we're going to go here and do this and see what's on this side of the tree. We'll get a forage and then we'll get the alchemy station. Oh, hey. Oh, no, we jumped. How come I can't use this? Oh, no. That's weird. We didn't use this one, right? When I clicked this forage, it just selected this for me, right? I don't know. That was strange. I have to go back and look at that once I do the replay. Now I need to find an alchemy station that's 2 away. I don't know that we have one. I mean, I'm not in dire straits, but I would like to have a restock. But I think we got one 2 away here. We got one away here. Let's take that. Okay, at least we got a station. Okay. This one here, cinder root and blood thistle. I definitely want to use these. Now we're getting 20. So you see here, before we were getting 10 per craft. So I'm going to craft up on these because that one's really good. Let's see what maybe it's Bumblebloom and Mage Leaf. I need something for this 4th slot. Then returns to, that's the one that goes down and back. I really didn't care for that too much. Let's try Mage Leaf and Bumblebloom. So this one's Frostbolt. I didn't care for that one either. Right. What's Bumblebloom Bloom and Cinder Root is the Volcanic Wave, which we already have, right? I'm gonna go ahead and use that to get some more of the Volcanic Wave. It's pretty good. Bumble Bloom is just Energy Bolt. Yeah. Cinder Root and Bumble Bloom and Cinder Root. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and do more of that, and that way we just get that crafted up. So we've got 86, 110, 64. Good with that. This is Cinder Root and Blood Thistle. I should have used that, but Bumble Bloom and Mage Leaf is Astral Wave. We get 27 of them. If we do Mage Leaf and Bumble Bloom, we get 35 of these bolts. Maybe that's the way to go, and just like let's craft up a bunch of bolts and get that going. Okay. Now this Volcanic Wave. I guess we're okay with this. Now we can just use these abilities pretty liberally. We have one more talent point. So where do we want to go? Chef's Hat. Now Chef's Hat might not be too bad, but been better earlier where I wasn't panicking about getting to one of these alchemy stations. I guess let's go down this way over here. This is going to lead us up towards more of this. Doesn't connect here. This is going to eventually get to these portals up here that allow you to transport to another tree. This Alchemist is going to be very interesting as we open up different talent packages. Just because it's got a lot going on. I'm very curious as to, what like talent packages are going to do. So we're kind of just playing the base level game with the Alchemist at this point because we haven't exposed more of the abilities and stuff. But we are in night 18, so there's not too many more nights to go. We have 85 health, level 119. I'm still not sure what the loot does, so I have to either look that up or figure out what's going on with that. Yeah, I'm down with those Nova abilities. That's quite good. It's kind of just, you just have to use it every once in a while, which is fine by me. Ooh. Trying to keep this kill streak alive is a little rough. There's just so much rando stuff coming. Wondering if there's like I'm trying to think of things that would be cool. Like things that I think would be cool is you're allowed to transform certain herbs into other herbs, like the certain ingredients. Like you really like using one ability, so you're able to kind of transform an herb into a different herb and stuff like that would be kind of cool with the alchemist. So I'll have to see if I have to imagine they have something like that. Using too many of those. I guess it doesn't matter too much because we only have 2 more nights, but I need to make sure I have enough of those explodey fear things that. Okay. Trying to think of different talent pools that they would put together for this. It seems like shaping the types of ingredients that you have, like maybe converting one into another, will let you use some more of your favorite potions. Wish that connected over there. I'd go grab that potions. Let's take revitalize. Ooh, forage, forage, forage. I'm gonna take the forage and this mystery talent. Ooh, a baking. Not exactly what I wanted, but this is cinder root and blood thistle. We don't have any cinder root. I'm just gonna exit this one for the moment. Let's see where we're at. So we have abundance. Will be very good. Let's go grab that. So I don't know that it's. I gotta watch because some of these aren't as good now because we only have one more night. Yeah, there's abundance there. And this is the portals I was talking about. We've seen these in our previous runs. So this one says each potion ability have doubles it charges. Ooh, wow. Whenever you use an ability, gain 2% bonus experience. Let's shrink down here. I was hoping for some epics or some legendaries up over here, but it is a no-go. All right, well, we transported up there, so let's see what we're close to. We do have the potions here now. I could go grab that. If we need forages, they would be here too. Not completely impressed with any of this stuff here. All right, well, let's go grab this potions. That's what it is. Now here I did pick up some cinder roots. I'm going to get some more of these. Cinder root and blood thistle. And crafted all those. This ability is really cool. It like fires off twice too. I'm not sure why it fires off twice, but it's all right. So we have this potions here, and I'm going to grab the forage too. All right. So we picked up the potions. I think next time we only have one more use of the tree here. I think we're just going to head kind of this way. I don't really see a lot of stuff that I'm interested in. This dead ends. Yeah. I think we're just going to randomly try and go down this path here and see what we got. We got a gummy bear collector at least. So, let's go. So I'm going to try and get my health up. It is a lot easier now that we have all those abilities that we can use. As soon as I brag, I'll get hit or something. But it is a little bit easier with everything we have going on. These sickles are, I guess, okay. They're probably doing a lot more work than I realize. Um, I think what I would like with this character is just to build a character that has all novas. This ability to just kind of splash everything at once is very, very cool. I do need to. Well, I got 102 uses of it, so I don't really care at this point. I'm gonna probably use it every time it's up. You can see we have been using our vampiric bolt a little bit, and it's been healing us up. So even though the this mastery level takes away some of our health, we are still we have recovered to that maximum health pool that we have available, which is quite cool. Yeah, I'm gonna try and keep this mastery level alive here. All right. Still not sure what the loot thing does, but it's okay. That loot bag. I'm still obsessed with trying to figure out what it does. I don't think it's giving us extra experience points, but maybe it is. I don't see like a big jump. So, all right, 16 talent points is good. We survived night 19. We got one more night to make our way through. Enemies have 5% increased chance to be elite. Enemies have 25% more health. All right. So, as we said, we're going to try and travel through here. We got gummy bear, refine, some more experience points. This is potions. So let's go down there. I like throwing more potions around. We got a forage. We've got experience up. We have an alchemy available to us. We're going to want to hit that before we hit the beginning of the evening. Let's go ahead and pick up this sigil. It's right there. Experience up does us almost nothing. This one curves, so we can't get to it. I have a place with a lot of forages. I wouldn't mind doing some forages and getting some stuff. I guess it's not going to matter. I mean, we have 70 uses. We're not going to use all of these. So I'm not sure if the forages are going to be all that impactful for us at this point. Abundance. I guess we could see what's up here. There is an alchemy station up here too. Mystery. There's a forge there. There's really not much in target for us. So I think just let's go ahead and grab this. So this one I really, really like. This Sanguine Nova is quite good. So I think I'm going to go ahead and get a few more of those so we can just use them. So it's Cinder Root and what else? Blood Thistle. Let's use that. Craft. Yeah, it's going to be more than enough. We used our Cinder Root up. So Mage Leaf and Blood Thistle is Vampiric Bolt. Volcanic Wave is Bumble Bloom and Cinder Root. Mage Leaf and Bumble Bloom. Okay, well, we've got Mage Leaf and Blood Thistle, so let's grab some more of that. Mage Leaf and Bumble Bloom. Let's grab a few of those. And then this one's Cinder Root, which we don't really have the ability to do anything with. Cinder, oh, yeah, so we're getting something is getting us ingredients back. So we were out of Cinder Root. Now we have more Cinder Root. So Cinder Root and Blood Thistle. I'm going to do that again because that one's really good. Yeah, so you see we have 0 Cinder Root. And then all of a sudden we had 1 again because I had used that. So here's Bumble Bloom, Mage Leaf, and Blood Thistle. Let's just go ahead and work through this and see. Well, Mage Leaf and Bumble Bloom is what I need. So Mage Leaf, Bumble Bloom. All right, you see we're at 1, 2, 3. 1, 1, 2. 1, 1. Maybe I'm imagining things. I don't know. But I thought we didn't have this Blood Thistle anymore. Yeah, and see, there's 2 now. It was 1 just a second ago. Do you accumulate these or something? I don't know what's going on. Now we have a Bumble Bloom. Look at this. Do you just... I don't know what's happening, but now it's 1, 1, 2 again. I don't know. I'm happy about it because we're getting extra stuff, but it's kind of strange. Bumble Bloom and Cinder Root. I wish I would get more Cinder Roots, but huh. Maybe this is a bug? I don't know. Okay. Mage Leaf and Bumble Bloom. Let's do that again. Blood Thistle and Mage Leaf. All right, now we're going to be totally out. All right, we're just going to exit, but I thought that was interesting. I wasn't imagining things. I was trying to track these ingredients, and all of a sudden we just got extra ingredients. I'm not sure why, but I'm okay with it. So we have 0 talent points. We're going to night 20. Let's make it happen. All right, throw some waves down. I think my favorite ability is definitely this big cloud of stuff here. It's hitting all the abilities. I'm not gonna care too much because we have a lot of them. I just want to be able to use that Nova whenever I need it. So quarter of the way through the night. I think we're going to safely make it through the night. I do think maybe level, that mastery level 6 is probably where you need to be. There were some pretty challenging points, but you might be able to do 7, 8, 9, or 10. I don't know. You probably do up to 10 fairly safely for the first time you run the Alchemist, but it's going to be very challenging. You know, you can see, you know, there were points in time where I was like, yikes! You really want to be able to maximize that experience points, you know, multiplier that's down in the bottom right hand corner, and to do so, you need to not take damage. But I guess if you're okay taking damage and not having maximal, you know, impact on down the talent tree. There's nothing wrong with that. And you'll advance your masteries farther, and you'll open up getting more experience points. Sometimes doing a run where maybe you don't, do everything perfect or whatnot. Um, that can advance your experience points on the character enough where you open up some of those core talents quicker. I think we'll do okay opening up core talents on this one, but we probably won't get. We might get the second one. I'm not sure. Or we'll get the next one up, but I don't know if we'll get two up. These loot bags again. I'm trying to figure out what they're doing. Yeah, so I just collected a loot bag, but there's just too many things to watch and trying not to die. It's hard. I'd like to get a loot bag like right at the end there so I can see what it does. All right, so we made it with the alchemist. All right, so here's what I was interested in. Like, what are these talent pools? So choose a talent package that will appear in your future runs. So the basic, I'm not super impressed with the basic talents of the alchemist. However, I think these talent pools can really mix things up quite a bit. So power up your wave abilities, level up faster, and then uncover more runes and power them up. I'm going to do level faster. We eventually get all of these. So it's really about, what do you want to have access to, in the very beginning. So let's see this one. More throwing weapons. I like that. Get bonuses when using abilities. Power up your bolts. I'm going to do the more throwing weapons. All right, so here we've got our second core talent. Collect Bumble Bloom and Cinderroot. Okay, and it said cultivate. Okay, and gather. So this is how you can kind of shape your character and get the the specific ingredients that you're looking for. Okay. Huh. Well, the at least in that first one, the one ability that I really really liked required one from each of this stack, so that's kind of cool. Power up your novas. I really did like the novas quite a bit. Power up your waves and power up your lands. I'm going to do the novas. Collect more loot. So here again, loot. What is loot? I'm not sure what it is. Get bonuses when applying status effects. I'm going to do the collect more loot. I'll just go into the randomness because I'm not sure what it is. So applying status effects, get bonuses when using abilities, power up your wave abilities. I'm going to go ahead and get the bonuses when using abilities. I think we're about to end. Yeah. So what I'm hoping is if we we'll probably try the alchemist again here. Maybe again in the next video. It'll kind of be a repetition, but we'll increase the mastery level and may have a run with some of these talent pools exposed. I think that'll be a lot of fun. So we did make it through without dying. I like that. Go back and look at the alchemist a little bit here in this. Okay. So we did master level 6. If we do it again, maybe we'll go to 12 and see how that goes. I'm not sure. Bumble Bloom and Mage Leaf, Bumble Bloom and Cinderroot. We did have access to the Flaming Lands. I actually think the Flaming Lands might be better. I don't really like this whole return thing because there's quite a delay, and it would take an awful lot of kind of timing to make it work efficiently. So maybe next time we'll try the Flaming Lands, and the Flaming Lands is Blood Thistle and Cinderroot. So that's kind of, I guess it's not going to matter. You're just going to get more of these. Blood Thistle, Mage Leaf, Bumble Bloom, and Cinderroot. I guess it's not really going to matter. If we go up one more level, we get the second or this third tier of our core talents. That'll be kind of cool too. Well, I hope you enjoyed this one. It wasn't a mastery level, conquering new realms yet, but we wanted to get into the alchemist here. We finally unlocked him or her. I'm not sure. Let's see that devastate, but I guess it doesn't matter. But it looks kind of like elf or something there to me with the ears. Um, but it was fun. I wasn't sure about the class in the beginning, but then I could see, you get an awful lot of charges and you kind of control those through the talent tree. So it's a fun, different type of class, and the way that it works on the active screen where you're fighting and also developing that talent tree. It's very different as well. Um, cool. Well, I hope everybody enjoyed it. And give a like, subscribe, leave some comments. Let me know what you think. Let me know what you like or dislike, or if you want to see something different, or if you have a particular class you want me to play. The other classes I'll run it like Mastery 18 or whatever I can get to, and give that a shot here soon. But this Alchemist was pretty cool. And here in a couple of days, we'll have the Beastmaster coming around too. I'm definitely going to get that DLC and give that a run as well. Hope everybody had a good time. Take care.